then maybe grab them or put them somewhere next to you. You can use them. They're not, if you don't have them, don't worry. You can also do whatever we're going to do without your blocks. And then let's just start in a comfortable seat. Eyes closed. You can just arrange. You know, often when we sit still, something draws our attention. Whether it's our hair or our clothing. It's interesting what pulls your attention. Just fix it and then close your eyes. Sit nice and still and just notice. Notice how your body feels this morning. Check in. Is there a specific word that pops up in your mind when you scan your body? Maybe it has to do with the energy, maybe it has to do with the temperature, maybe it has to do with a specific part of the body that is drawing attention. It is always nice to simply fill in the sentence, I am aware of, could be the beating of my heart, a tight neck, upset tummy, whatever you feel first, whatever you're aware of. I'm aware of, you just fill in that sentence, something that has to do with feeling something in the body, sensations. Do you maybe know why? There's no judgment or attachment. And then the same for the mind. Can you observe the quality of the thoughts? And the quality of your thoughts might mean different things. Could be how busy or how quiet or how calm is the mind this morning. Or maybe it is translated in the kinds of thoughts that are popping up in your mind, which can sometimes be heavy and sometimes be light. Again, just observe, no attachment, no judgment. Where is our heart space, our emotional world? Open, closed, and then pay attention to the breath. Slow breaths in through the nose. If you can, already breathe out of the nose as well. Slow down the breath and deepen the breath. And then before we start moving, what is the reason you came to the mat this morning? Maybe it's for physical, maybe it's for mental, maybe it's for emotional reasons. Let that be your intention. Let's place our palms together in front of the heart. And today we start practice with 3 chants of Om. You can do that out loud if you feel comfortable. I can't hear you, but maybe people in your space can hear you. If you feel uncomfortable with that, you can also hum it in your head, so you just hear it in the head. So we'll do 3 chants of Om. Om is the universal sound that connects us, and it just brings positive vibrations into the world. So let's first take a deep breath into the nose, and then sigh it out. Breathe into chant. with those vibrations, the waking up of your voice, the waking up of the muscles in your throat. Set your intention or dedication. And then let's move to a tabletop and immediately start moving. I know in Dubai it's nice and warm. Here in Scarborough it is a little chilly. So immediately let's just start warming up the body. Cat-cow stretches or maybe a little bit more circular movements. Sorry, just closing the door there. Close your eyes and tap into your breath. Really let the breath be your guide. The breath also determines the pace, the speed of your movements. So if you feel quite uncomfortable or it's new to just go and move, cat-cow stretches are available. So you breathe into the cow and you breathe out in cat. But it is quite nice to move away from your comfort zone, to move into a bit more circular rather than linear movements. We have another 4 rounds of breath. Alright, starting slightly different today. Bring your heels to the side. Come back into a seated position in butterfly legs. If you have a bolster and you want to place that under the knees, feel free. We'll just be forward here, opening the groin for around a minute or so. You can also do this without the bolster, not a problem. Let your head hang heavy. Breathe into the spaces where you feel resistance. Really connect to the breath. Bring your Ujjayi breath into the body. Breathe into the spaces where you feel resistance. Take another 4 deep, slow rounds of breath. Slowly roll up to a seated. Scoop your hips to the top of your mat. Stay in Baddha Konasana and come lie onto your back. Doing things a little different. Now we move. You can choose which knee. One knee points up and that foot flattens into the mat. And then you press into that foot to lift your hips up and away from the floor. Yeah, hold it for a couple of breaths. And change sides. So the buttocks roll back, the other foot flattens, and press into that foot. Open up your groin, open up that hip flexor. We do that with movement. So breathe in to lift up the hips to the other side. Breathe out to roll over the buttocks and change. Inhale to lift. Notice where your arms are. They can be next to the body or overhead. 3 more rounds. Inhale to lift up. Exhale to roll down. Inhale, just slowly warming up. Breathe in, maybe readjust the feet. Press into the heel and the toes. Coordinate your movements with your breath. 1 more time on each side. Happy baby pose. Hold on to the knees, the ankles or the feet, and then rock your baby a little from right to left. Close your eyes, flatten the spine, so lengthen the spine. Bring the lower back to the floor, massage the back of the pelvis. Fabulous. Knees into chest. Start to rock forward and back, forward and back. We meet in a forward fold at the top of your mat. Let the feet be hip-width apart, coming to a ragdoll. Hold on to the opposite elbow. You can bend the knees here. When you bend the knees, there's a little bit more space. There's a little less tension in the lower back. Suck the navel in and up. Hold and breathe. Two more rounds of breath here. Inhale, halfway, lift, lengthen. Step your left foot to the back of your mat. Knee down to the floor, Vinyasa. Bring the arms up to the sky. Hold and breathe. I like to interlace my fingers, press the palms together, and then point those index fingers up to the sky, so there's a lifting of the chest. Rather than hanging down, I'm actually trying to press up and away. Take a deep breath in there. Twist to your right, exhale, left arm to the front, right arm behind you. If you feel ready, start to add a soft back bend. Lift your left arm up to the sky. Maybe this is too early, just listen to the body. Take a deep breath in. Half splits, 3 rounds of breath. Choose to come into a straight back or maybe a rounded back. They're both fine, they just have a different, it translates different into the body. Curl forward, low lunge, tuck your back toes, lift the knee, and then come into pyramid pose. Today again, let's flex our right foot, and today let's come into our fingertips. So here we are aiming for that straight spine. Hips are rotating with the clock, so clockwise direction. Right hip rotates a little backwards, left hip a little bit forward. Nice work. Let's pulse through that. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, pyramid pose. Now you can round the spine if that feels nice. 2 more times, breathe in. Breathe out. 1 more, breathe in, low lunge. Breathe out, pyramid pose. Step back into plank pose, hands to the floor, feet to the back of the mat. Take a deep breath in here, all the way to the tummy. Exhale. Rolling cobra. Breathe in, lift your chest. Hardly any weight in the hands. Breathe out, roll back down. Also activate the legs. So when you breathe in, press the toenails into the floor. Feel your knees lift off the floor. Exhale, come back down. 2 more rounds. With the breath, fill up the lungs. Lift your chest, active legs. Exhale, come back down. Last one to hold. Lift up, close your eyes, 3 rounds of breath here. Really activating the back line of the body. Keep the little nail of your pinky toe into the floor as well. So for most of us, that means we rotate our feet slightly out. Take 1 more deep breath in, lift another set of ribs off the floor. Exhale, nose down to the floor. Inhale, tuck your toes and then come into child's pose with your toes tucked. Child's pose is available to you whenever you want. Feel the stretch in the soles of the feet. Spread the hands, ground the hands. Inhale, tabletop, come forward. Plank pose to downward facing dog. First down dog of the day. Stay still or maybe pedal out the legs. Come back to the breath. So down dog is a reset pose where it's very symmetrical. For most of us, we feel quite familiar with downward facing dog. And it's also just a moment to go, hey, how am I doing? Am I still aligned with my intention? Am I paying attention to our breath? And if a child's pose feels better in that moment, then do that. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway, lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward, relax your neck and shoulders. Stand all the way up, rise, arms above your head. Nice yogis, hands to heart center, exhale. Keep flowing, inhale, arms up to the sky. Fold forward, relax your neck and shoulders. Exhale. Inhale, halfway, lift, lengthen. Right foot steps to the back of your mat. Knee down, interlace your fingers in the non-dominant grip. So if you interlace your fingers without thinking about it, it's always going to be the same pinky finger that's last. So maybe change it around and then reach the fingers up to the sky. Open up the heart, lift your gaze, take another deep breath in. Twist over to your left side. Notice that left knee is still pointing straight forward in the direction of the toes. Add on your back bend if that feels alright. It's still quite early, we might still be quite cold. Take another deep breath in here. Half splits. Exhale. 3 rounds of breath here. Feel free to close your eyes. Notice your breath. Curl forward, low lunge, tuck the toes, lift the knee. Pyramid pose with a flexed foot. Walk your hands a little closer and try to straighten the spine. Now can you feel your hips? Are you noticing maybe that they're falling a little over to the left? So readjust that. It's a counterclockwise movement with your hips. Left hip draws forward, right hip draws. Yes, right hip draws forward. Left hip draws back. Let's pulse. Inhale, low lunge. Fit up. Exhale, pyramid pose. 2 more rounds. Breathe in, come forward. Breathe out, come back. Inhale to come all the way forward. Last one. Exhale, let's create some space. Move with the breath. Breathe in, lunge pose. Breathe out, plank pose. Your first chaturanga. Knees or toes shift forward, all the way or halfway. Inhale, cobra or up dog. This is up to you. Look at the horizon. Move from the hips, from the core. Feet are the last thing to flip over, back in downward facing down. Take a deep breath into the nose. Sigh it out. Exhale. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or jump to the top of your mat. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Come sit down into your little chair. Arms come up to the sky. Lovely. Take a deep breath in there. Fly your chair, find your balance. Hold. Hold your chair. Nice. Now, keep your heels lifted. Bring the arms up to the sky. Yes. Wobbly, wobbly. Keep your drishti. Awesome. Good focus. 1 more deep breath in. Twist to the right. Exhale. Open the arms. Yeah. Keep your drishti focused. Other side. Inhale. Back to the center. Wobbly, wobbly. Nice core control. To the other side. Arms up to the sky. Breathe in. Fold forward. Dive forward. Relax your neck and shoulders. Inhale. Halfway. Lift, lengthen. Step your left foot to the back of your mat. Take a look forward, breathe in. Skandasana to the left foot, exhale. Turn those left toes out. And I have taken a habit, and I actually enjoy it, to bring that left hand on the inside of the thigh and kind of press it away. And the right hand is also resisting. See if that works for you. You don't have to use your hands. Skandasana to the front. I just love that resistance. Skandasana to the back. Now hold it here. Take a deep breath in and slowly come sit all the way down onto your buttocks. Yes. Good. Left arm down. Sorry to not mirror you. Right arm up to the sky. Find a little bit of a C shape. Create space in the right side of the body. Fabulous. Take a deep breath in. Now can you come all the way back to a low lunge, top of your mat. Fabulous. Warrior 2 legs. Open up. Take a deep breath in and then sink a little bit deeper. Star pose. Inhale. Turn your toes out. Sit down. Horse. Nice and low. Stand all the way up again. Arms up to the sky. Looking good. Fold forward. Turn your toes in. Relax your neck and shoulders. All right, let's work with with walking your hands. So first let's walk our hands all the way forward, and let's take 3 breaths here in a wide-legged downward facing dog. Notice the shift of the weights. Relax your toes. Are you cramping your toes? Relax your toes, even though the weight is more forward. Good. Now we walk our hands, I'll show you from the side, all the way to the other side. So underneath your body, can you come onto fingertips and pretend your hands are spiders, and they want to walk further, 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 further. Once you cannot go any further, soften and relax, suck your belly a little in. Maybe shake a soft no with the head. Nice. 2 more rounds of breath. Hands under shoulders, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, soften, rise, star pose, breathe in, arms up to the sky, back to the front of the mat, warrior 2. Reverse warrior, right arm up to the sky, wimble your hands down to the floor, no lunge, 3-legged dog, right leg up, knee to your nose, exhale. Inhale, 3-legged dog, lengthen. Runner's lunge, exhale, right foot to the outside of the right hand. Take a look forward, breathe in. Step to a Malasana squat, breathe out. Hands to heart center, knees can be on thighs or the elbows are on the inside of the knees. Take another deep breath in and then fold forward, toe heel your feet to touch. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Yogi's choice, chaturanga. So you can step, you can jump. If you jump, jump into 90-degree elbows, bent elbows. Or you can totally skip and then we just meet in down dog. It's your practice, it's your life. You know what serves you best. 3 rounds of breath in down dog to feel, to be, to reset. Inhale, bend your knees and look forward. Exhale, step or jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward, relax your neck and shoulders. Chair pose, Utkatasana, sit down into your little chair. Fly your chair on the exhale. Fabulous. Take the arms back up to the sky. And from here we go to crow pose. So you open the knees, you bring the hands down to the floor, and you try to go into crane. So you open the knees a little bit, see if you can place the knees in the back of the arms, look forward, lift your toes. Squeeze the heels in towards the buttocks. Your big toes might be touching. Look forward for another 3, 2, feet back down, high mountain, come and stand all the way up, good control. Fold forward, exhale, relax your neck and shoulders. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen, right foot steps to the back of your mat. Look forward, breathe in, to the other foot, to the right foot, Skandasana. Maybe use your hands or you can have your hands flying. Skandasana to the left foot, to the top of your mat. Skandasana over to the right. Now maybe you can reach your arms forward and slowly come sit down. Be gentle with the knee. Right hand comes to the side and then use that as a resistance to come over and up. Keep your toes nice and active, feel that space in the left side of the body. One more deep breath in. It's kind of nice to swing your arms forward and then all the way back to your front foot, to your left foot. Set yourself up for warrior 2 legs. Right arm leads overhead, warrior 2. Sink a little deeper. Good alignment. Star pose, take a deep breath in. One horse, sit down, nice and low, open the groin. Inhale, arms up to the sky. Fold forward, exhale. We breathe and walk. So inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, walk your hands to the top. Inhale to stay. Exhale to lengthen the spine, ground the hands. Walk your hands back under your shoulders, lengthen the spine. And then creep your hands all the way under the bridge of your legs to the back of your mat, and we hold here for another 3 rounds of breath. Soften the neck. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold forward, soften. Heels in, toes out. Star pose. All the way up to the sky. Lovely yogis. To the left foot. Warrior 2. Slice it open. Left arm reaches up. Reverse your warrior. Back to low lunge. Frame the left foot. Lift the right heel. Left leg lifts. 3-legged dog. Inhale. Knee to your nose. Exhale. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Runner's lunge. Step the foot to the outside of your left hand. Look forward. Breathe in. Malasana squat. Breathe out. Open up the hips. Lift the heart towards your thumbs. Take another deep breath in here. And then fold forward. Toe heel your feet to touch. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, chaturanga. Yogi's choice step. Jump, float. Breathe in, open the heart, lift the gaze to the horizon. Breathe out, downward facing dog, deep breath. Drop to the knees and grab your blocks. If you have blocks, and just place them next to your knees. You can bring them as high as you want. Higher is easier in this case. And we're going to just practice the press up. It's a really nice exercise. So you can do this without the blocks, but then, yeah, you need to press a little more. So your hands come onto the blocks. You lift up, and then maybe you can lift your toes and just sit back down. So you press as if you want to press the blocks into the floor. Knees lift to the core. Maybe lift the toes for a second. Do that a couple of times. So take a breath in. How small can you make yourself? Maybe you can even hold it for a moment. Hold it for a moment. Bring it back down. Let's do 3 more times. Inhale. Press and round and lift. Good. Can you hold it? Next round, let's hold it. All right, let's prepare. Breathe in. Lift and hold. Lift the knees off the floor for 3, 2, and soften. Woo. Shake your hands. Last one. Breathe in. Press, round, lift, hold. 3, 2, and down. Blocks to the side. Come into embryo pose. Hands to your feet. Just take 3 rounds of breath there. I like to squeeze little fists and open my hands here. Those blocks of mine are quite hardcore. Hands come forward. Inhale, tabletop. Tuck your toes, plank pose to downward facing dog. Take a deep breath into the nose and sigh it out. Inhale, bend your knees and look forward. Exhale, step or jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. Utkatasana, inhale. Flying chair, exhale. Inhale, arms reach up. Crow pose, and this time I invite you to try single-legged crow. If you're like, okay, I'm still working on my crow or my crane, work that. If you want to work single-legged crow, the biggest advice I've got is think that somebody has attached a little piece of rope here. Sorry to point my butt at you, but let's say you're in crow here, and then you lift the buttock. So the movement starts here with the hips. I can talk you through it, but go nice and slow. You move my t-shirt away there. Yeah. So once you are in your crane, I'm gonna try to lift my left leg. First I bring more weight to the right knee. So there's more weight with the right knee pressing into the back of the right arm. Then I'm lifting my left buttock up and up and up and up, and then extend the leg. Can you maybe place the knee back? Come back into crow. I find it very challenging. I find that I can't place it back exactly where it came from. Work in progress. Do the same on the other side if you want to play with it. You might fall. Look forward. Shift the weight to that left arm. And then lift the right buttock. Toes are really active. Alright, fold forward. If you want to play a little more, do so. Interlace your hands behind your back. You can place your feet hip-width apart if that feels nice this morning. Feet hip-width apart compared to toes together just gives you a little bit more ground to balance on. It's a little more stable. Ooh la 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 la. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward, toe heel your feet to touch if they are not together. Inhale, high mountain, arms above your head. Samastitihi, hands to heart center, 3 rounds of stillness. Reconnect with the breath, reconnect with your intention. Yoga can sometimes become very serious. Keep playful, keep an open mind. It's just learning new things, which is super cool, to always be able to explore and learn new things. Inhale, high mountain. Let's flow through that same flow. Exhale, fold forward. We might add on. It's up to you to decide what to do. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Left foot steps to the back of your mat. Big step. Take a deep breath in. Look forward. Skandasana to your left leg. Exhale. Swing it back forward. Skandasana to the front. Maybe without your hands, we sit all the way down and close to your left leg. Good. We don't have a lot of space here. Nice. Arms come up and then maybe reach forward and find a bind here. Nice. I like to drop that left ear a little to the left shoulder. Fabulous. Release your butt. Swing the arms a little to the left, and then swoop, press into that left foot all the way to low lunge, top of your mat. Those are kind of mobility exercises. Quite nice to try. All right, warrior 2 feet, and then open up. I'll wait for you. Warrior 2. Take a moment to just reassess your alignment. Star pose. Breathe in. Horse, breathe out. Inhale back to stop. Fold forward, Parasarita. Walk your hands under your legs. Under your legs. Bring your fingers as far, far behind you. Inhale under your shoulders. Lift the spine. Exhale, relax everything. Heels in, toes out. Star pose. Stand all the way up to the right foot. Warrior 2, exhale. Inhale, reverse warrior. Just for fun, half moon. Bring your right hand down, maybe on a block, if that's what you want to try today. I really like practicing with a block sometimes. It just gives a new connection. It's different. Different. If you do the same thing in the same way, you get the same result. So trying to use props just create new neurological pathways. Take another deep breath in here. Shiva squat. Left knee behind the right. Standing splits. Breathe in. Fold forward. Both feet together. Breathe out. Inhale. Halfway lift. Lengthen. Chaturanga Dandasana. Step jump. Float. It is up to you. Skip. Inhale. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. I feel like when I'm in down dog, it's like I have a little checklist in my head. First one is hands. Are you okay? Are you aligned? Are you happy? Feet, spine. And then breath and then mind. So So it's hands, feet, spine, breath, mind. I just go tick, tick, tick. Are they all still? Am I paying attention? Am I being mindful? Take your inhale, bend your knees and look forward. Exhale, step or jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. Let's flow the other side. Inhale, arms up, high mountain. Fold forward, dive forward, relax your neck and shoulders. Nice yogis. Inhale, halfway lift. Right foot steps to the back of your mat. Flow with the breath. Inhale, with or without hands. Skandasana to the right foot. Turn the right toes out. Skandasana to the left foot. Keep your spine straight. Take this one slow. Come all the way to the right foot. Pause. And then maybe come to a seated without your hands. You can walk that right foot a little bit in and it helps to flex the foot. To bind here, find length first. So it's almost like you want to stand up, but you're not standing up. You're just reaching up. Then bring that length forward. Specifically that right arm tries to reach forward. Keep that length. Maybe you're just holding on to your buttocks and bring the arm behind you. Maybe your fingertips interlace. If you want to do a full bind, it's the right hand that holds on to the left wrist. And then, bring a little bit more weight into the right sit bone. Let the right ear maybe come to the right shoulder. Quite a nice shape here. Feel the resistance through the right foot. One more round of breath here. All right, activation, release, breathe in. Swing the arms a little over to your right and then press into that right foot. Nice work. Be gentle with the knees. Over to your left foot. Warrior two, legs. Set it up. Breathe in. Open up. Slice open. Star pose. Inhale. Arms up. Exhale. Horse. Sit down. With the breath, stand all the way up. Very nice. Turn the toes in and immediately walk your hands backwards under your legs. Yeah, maybe you can even see your own bum. If you look up towards the sky, can you see your own bum? Yes. Inhale, half lift, hands under your shoulders. Exhale, fold, relax. Heels in, toes out. Star pose, rise. To the left foot, warrior two. Exhale, sink a little deeper. Reverse warrior, left arm up to the sky. Half moon. Find your balance. Hold and activate those right toes. Fingers are active. Keep your eyes focused. For another 3. Can you find some softness, some effortlessness in the effort? 2. Shiva squat, hook the right knee behind the left. 1 standing splits as a transition. Fold forward, feet together. Inhale, halfway lift. Yogi's choice, Chaturanga Dandasana. Step, jump, float. Skip, whatever feels good to you. Inhale to lift. Exhale to come forward. Inhale, bend your knees and look forward. Exhale, step or jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. Rise, high mountain, breathe in. And we're going to try our titibasana. Breathe out. If you want to come onto your knees and just watch, that's fine. I'll demonstrate it just once. Maybe you want to have a sip of water. So titibasana, I know Tammy wants to do it from handstands. One day. I was thinking about I sometimes have to think about a transition, and I went okay, maybe next lifetime for me. She's so amazing. It's that, that expression when the student surpasses the teacher, it's kind of okay, but it's, But there is a different transition I would like to look at. So we'll look at titibasana, but I know it's probably new to Karina and to Nadia, but it's quite nice to go from crow to titibasana and back. And then from there, you could potentially even go to 8 angle, but we're not going to do that today. So titibasana, we are going to be standing hip width apart, and then it's the same feeling as walking your hands like we did in that wide-legged fold. But I like to place my hands behind my heels, even like you really want to feel. You see how I'm bringing my left hand to my calf? I'm trying to bring that knee up, 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 both sides. And I want to see my own buttock. Not the most charming pose. I want to see my own buttock. Now I connect with my core. I go like, okay, my core is connected, yes. Then the hands come down and the feet walk a little in. You squeeze the legs around the arms, and maybe this is you. From there, you can try to extend the legs. From there, you can try, I don't have space here, the wall is here, to come into crow pose by bending the knees. Playtime, I'll look at you, maybe I can give you some, I'll help you, I'll talk you through it, but I also want to look at you. So let's all come into a wide-legged forward fold. Hip width apart. And then let's start bringing our body in. Maybe your feet need to be wider. Maybe start quite wide. Just walk your feet, bring the hand to each individual calf, and start to press into the calves. So your knees come closer to your shoulders. You're wiggling your body as if you want to come through. You know those Chinese girls that can just, or those very flexible ballerinas or whatever, they can actually bring their whole body through their legs. That's what you're aiming for. Then when you bend the knees, you can already think like, oh yeah, I could squeeze those legs around the arms. Bring the hands down and then sit onto the arms and maybe find some lift here. Active toes. Yeah, look more forward, Nadia. Nice. When you start to come down, you'll need to look forward. Then you can lift your legs. Fabulous. All right, there we go. Look forward. Nice, Karina. That's it. From there, you can start to extend the legs. From there, nice, 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 girls. Boom. Awesome. So it's very much the challenge in titibasana is to try to lengthen the spine rather than being totally rounded, which you are in the beginning. So, you know, it's obviously a matter of time and a matter of space. But for a very long time, I stayed very rounded in my titibasana. So it's almost like a little ball. But as soon as you extend your legs, and that's also where one day you're actually trying to lengthen the spine while you're lengthening the legs. So you're actually doing this. You're lifting up. And that's where for Tammy one day, you know, because when you're in a handstand, you can't be rounded. Your spine is straight, your legs are straight. So there will be a little bit of a rounding when you transition. But there can't be too much because then you lose that core control. Let's try it one more time. We've warmed up so nicely. After this, we'll wind down. So, even just the steps, it's a learning process. For some of you, this is a new shape. Just go, okay, that's interesting. I can look at my own buttocks. I can look at my own bum. Press the calves and then just see if you can bring the hands down. Notice how the arms are pressing into the legs and the legs are pressing into the arms. From there, you sit down. As soon as you sit down, you look forward. Then you find your balance. Maybe the feet just clap. From there, when you start to extend the legs, you also try to extend from the crown and the sit bones. Yeah, and then you can start to bend one leg, bend the other leg, and maybe even back. Take another 3 rounds of breath. Boom. Yeah, let's meet onto our knees actually and just sit still and digest that a little bit. Check in with our beautiful mind. Let your thoughts be positive. It's a process of learning. Please have a smile on your face and notice the heart rate, the temperature of the body. One of the things I'm so grateful for since I've started my yoga journey is that I'll be a student for life. I will always have new things to learn. And that's just exciting. All right, slowly come onto your knees for a soft camel pose. My least favorite yoga pose of all yoga poses, to be really honest. I don't know why, it's just the way it is. It's quite a strong pose. Getting warm now. All right. So if you want, you can tuck your toes. It makes it a little bit more accessible. Knees are under your hips. Hands are into the pockets of your jeans. Squeeze the elbows a little in and now open the chest and start to look up. That's all. Maybe that's all for you today. We'll do 2 rounds. If you want, you can find the heels. Now the biggest thing with the heels, you're not leaning into the heels, you're actually pressing your chest away from the heels. So even though your fingertips are on your heels, you want to, in your head, lift your fingertips off your heels. It's just a soft touch. Some people let their heads hang. Hard to breathe, hard to talk. For another 3. Press your hips forward, keep grounding through the knees. 2. Hands back to your pockets. Sit still. Hands to thighs. Round number 2. If you want to have your feet pointed, you obviously lose 10 centimeters or around 10 centimeters. So by tucking your toes, the heels just come a little bit closer. So do what feels good to you. Hands to pockets. Strong. So you're really also pressing your shins or your toes into the floor. So it's more like a lift forward and up than really a descent. All right, there we go. I can just hear myself talking, and I'm like, as long as I talk, I don't have to do the pose. It's funny how you just find excuses. Yes. Let's just do it. 4 rounds of breath here. Here, feel the heat build. Take it easy when you come down. Try to come down and back as symmetrical as possible. Not favoring a specific side, sit still. Digest, feel. Observe. Bring your hips next to your heels and then bring the feet to the top of your mat. If you feel that you're getting a little bit cold, this might be a good time for you to put some extra clothing on. Forward folds, bring the arms up to the sky. If you want to use a belt, feel free to use a belt. If you want to come forward or stay here for 45 seconds, just really totally relaxing. Two more rounds of breath. Slowly roll all the way up with your upper body. Scoop a little forward and we meet on our backs. Rock and roll the knees softly from right to left. Plow pose or shoulder stands or leg of the wall. So this is already a beautiful draining. Be careful with the neck here. So you can also actually, if you know that it's quite far for your feet to touch the floor, you can put a block or a prop ready at the top or at your head, and then try to bring the feet on top of the bolster. It's rolling away. So you have something to put the feet on. Just give yourself some space maybe. And then notice if the weight is in your shoulders. So you're broadening the shoulders, you're lying on the shoulders. Sometimes this gives me a little bit of a rush in the head. Notice it. Notice if it's okay or if it's too much. Do not turn your head, please. Feel even better to close your eyes. Notice the sensations. Shoulder stands if you feel like it. These are shapes that, if you want to break them down with me because you're not sure, just give me a ring and we'll talk. We can do a one-on-one. It's not a problem for me. I've been not teaching them for a while because I'm not physically with you, but they're such important shapes. But just take responsibility for your own body, please. If you're not sure, just back out. Take another 3 rounds of breath wherever you are. Bridge pose or supported bridge pose. Place the feet hip width apart. You can touch the heels to just measure if the feet are nice and close. I like to place my arms overhead. If you want to place a block under your pelvis, feel free. If you feel like a wheel, feel free. 6 rounds of breath. Take another deep breath in wherever you are, vertebra by vertebra. Acknowledge each vertebra in your spine. Your spine is such an important part of your body, of your health. Each little block. Yes. Pause for a moment and then just windshield your knees from left to right, right to left. Couple more rounds here. And then just ask yourself the question if your environment where you're in is prepared for Shavasana, really in a nurturing attitude. Just question if there's no distraction, if it's warm enough, if you're warm enough, if you need some clothing, if you want to switch off a light or put something over your eyes. Really go, and this is like a treat to yourself. It's a gift to yourself. Like, okay, let's just give myself this beautiful time of integration. And once you are ready for that, readjust whatever needs, readjusting. A loving hug, knees into chest. And with a grateful and space of self-care and self-love, coming to Shavasana shape. I'll be your timekeeper. For the first moments, like we do in our yin practices, feel free to just still move around a little bit so you feel your hips are comfortable and your shoulders are comfortable. Nothing is really specifically drawing your attention. And then soften and stay still. If you are in a really, really peaceful place, you just feel like staying there, stay. If you're really enjoying this stillness, this letting go, there's no rush at all. Feel free to just stay there as long as you want. If you want to start moving, start with small little movements with your fingers and your toes. Waking up your body a second time today. Very gently, very slowly. When you're ready, hug your knees into your chest. A couple of rocks if that feels nice. And when you feel like, oh, the movements are getting bigger and bigger, start to rock your hips, right, left, right, and then just let it fall to one side. Without even thinking about it, just let it fall to a side. The whole body curled up like a little ball. And then let's meet together in a seated position. Cross-legged or kneeling. Let's close our practice the way we started, with 3 chants of Om out loud or in your mind. If Om is new to you, you can also just hum. It's the vibrations, it's the energy, and it's a sound of union. It's a sound of acknowledging that we are together, even though we are apart. So let's take a deep breath in and a sigh out. Breathe into chant, inhale. And then the sound of stillness, the sound of silence. Thank you so much for starting the day together, for allowing me to share what I love doing. It's a pleasure to have guided you again this morning. Have a lovely rest of your day and an amazing weekend, and I'll see you next week. Namaste.